feel that their gaming experience is somewhat lacking. So what is the problem? It's not your gaming skills. It's not your cat. It's not even your raging case of hemorrhoids. It's your controller. Why settle for a crappy stock controller when you can have this? Stay tuned and learn how you can make this your reality.
Hey everyone, this is Literally from Mydipkit.com. I wanted to create a tutorial for everybody to show you how to use a product to custom paint your controllers and add custom designs. I wanted to mod up my controller, and then if you're in the know, there's a ton of things you can do. The first thing I wanted was to get something really cool, like a really nice paint job, maybe add a pattern or something. So I watched a lot of videos, and I found out that it's pretty tough to do because there's very specific paints you have to get. There's adhesion promoter kind of stuff, clear coat, and there's only a narrow range you can use. Plus there are other supplies you need. So I'd be running around town like crazy trying to get all the right stuff, and that would be 50% of the project. So I was about to give up, and then somebody recommended a product called Mydipkit. This was from a guy who was really into hunting, and he was camoing out his rifles. Actually had a combat rifle. And if you're familiar with the Call of Duty games, you can do custom camos on your guns as you progress. And man, I mean, you can do stuff like this. It's the kind of stuff he was doing. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot, because you can use this on just about anything. Household products like picture frames. You can trick out your car's interior pieces. It just goes on and on. So the way it works, you get this film, square meter film, and that is quite a lot of film. Now, square meter to an American doesn't mean anything because we're in America. We don't know what the metric system is. But to give you an idea, it's enough to do several controllers, 3 to 4 controllers, and your console. Plus it comes with everything you're going to need, just about. It comes with the right kinds of primers, paint, glossy clear coat at the end. Let's see, we got gloves, face mask. I would never have used a face mask, but it's important to use. And a scuff pad to prepare the controller. Other things you're going to need are scissors and masking tape. You're going to need a dipping container. I'll talk more about this later. And some way to test the temperature of the water. Because what you're going to be doing is actually dipping this into the water. You'll cut out the film. It'll just lay on there. You spray this activator stuff, and then slowly the film turns into liquid. And you dip it like an Easter egg. Just at an angle, push it in, pull it back up after it's painted, and the pattern's on there. It's like magic. First time I did it, I couldn't believe what I was getting. And another neat thing about it is it's not like it's a sticker. There's no ridges. It's completely smooth. This is the same kind of quality you're going to get when you buy like a custom limited edition controller. You will also need some tools to disassemble your controller. I'm not going to do disassembly because of liability reasons. But there are a lot of great videos out there on that. And I also want to recommend that you test this on small items around your house. You can go get light switch plate covers at like Home Depot, Lowe's for 39 cents. Don't pull them off your walls. I don't want to be getting hate mail. Also, I have about 5 remote controls. I only use 2. So these little battery backs, perfect. And also read the instructions that come with the kit. This is supposed to be a supplemental kind of video. I also want to let people know some important things about painting controllers specifically. And there's also a video on their website. You should, if you go in the packaging, there's a link you can go to, and it gives you their instructions. Because there are a lot of videos out there for Mydipkit, but I found that theirs was the most informative and brief and comprehensive and all that crap. So, next step, prepare the controller. which we will be doing now. After the controller is disassembled, you're going to want to wash everything real good. A lot of grit gets built up on these things. You can use regular dishwashing soap. After you're done with that, just go ahead and rinse everything off and dry it with a clean t-shirt, whatever, and you're ready to scuff. Scuffing the controller is real easy. The goal here is to get the gloss off. I've already done half of one side, that way you can get a feel. You can see one side's shiny, one side's not. And also try to make sure to get off all the lettering completely. You don't want that bleeding through. It won't look good. So once you're done scuffing, come back, wash it again, let it dry for an hour. After that point, you're not going to be wanting to touch any of the outside parts and getting oil on it. It's going to be picking it up from the back like this. Boom, look at my mad skills. I got skills, look at that, I did that. First time I even tried. Yeah. So this is the container that I use. I bought this at the Container Store for about 10 bucks. Just about the right size. What you're looking for, whether you're dipping a controller or anything else, is that when you have the film inside taped off, you're going to have about 1.5 inches between the side of the container and the film. One tip I found, to create a template for whatever size film you need, just put a sheet of paper in there, make sure that it fits. If not, cut some off, you add some, whatever. This way you can kind of just put this down on the film, put the tape down on the inside of it. Now here is the film. Obviously it's not cut out all the way. Make sure when you're doing the corner and side cuts that you cut all the way just into the film, because this gives the film an opportunity to expand in the water. Another tip I found, once it's cut, you may forget which side is up. You put the wrong side down, this is not going to work. So when you're cutting it out, just leave maybe a little sliver of film on each side. That way, right before you do it, if you forget, you can wet your fingers. The side that's going to stick, you know that's the side that's going to be down. So maybe that'll help some of you guys out. For the sake of time, I'm going to be doing a couple voiceovers and fast forwarding through some of the film. Now when you're priming, make sure you're in a well ventilated area and using your face masks and gloves. The key is light coats. Several light coats are preferable to just one heavy coat. And once you think you're done, look for any spots you might have missed. Spots that are easy to miss are the bottom edges of the shell and also the inside ridge of the top PS3 shell. Now if you look at a stock PS3 controller, you can see this is the gap between the top and bottom shells. If you paint your controller any other color than black and miss this ridge, you're still going to have that black ridge running around. So wait 1 to 2 hours before painting, but it must be painted within 24 hours. Same as before, make sure when you're painting you're in a well ventilated area and you're using your face mask and gloves. Again, light coats, guys. Let it build up. Go for one light coat, almost a dusting. Wait 15 minutes, come back for another coat. That can be your wet coat, or you can do your final coat next. As with priming, you want to completely cover the shell with paint, but not so much that the paint globs up or runs. Additionally, you can also add custom logos or designs. What you do is order a different color of paint from Mydipkit. Go in for one light coat of paint covering the part completely, then cut out a design or logo out of painter's tape, and then add that after the first coat dries. Next, paint with a different color coat, 2 to 3 light coats, and then you'd only remove the decal after the part has been dipped and dried, and then clear coat as normal. After painting, allow the parts to dry for 1 to 2 hours before dipping. Okay, the temperature's at a perfect 75 degrees. Got my mask on, gloves, in a well ventilated area. Make sure you hold this in a sling by diagonal corners. You're going to want to release the film
slowly so as not to trap any air bubbles. Not the best release, but it'll get the job done. We're going to wait 60 seconds and then we're going to spray down with the activator. Use this time to rattle your can. When spraying, you're going to use even coverage, one way and then the other. Wait 20 seconds, starting now. Make sure you got a really good grip on the piece. It can get slippery once you get inside. This is how I do it. Pretty simple. 10 seconds. You can see everything starting to liquefy, break apart. It's turning into film on the water. About enough time. It looks good, so we're going to go in. Try to go as steady as I can. I got shaky hands. Wait about 20 seconds when you're underwater. That's what I found works for me. Probably fast forward through this. And hallelujah! Very nice. Very, very nice. Wait 3 minutes before washing under warm water to get all the residue off. Anything, you want it to have a dull look when you're done. Bring it back up. And freaking beautiful. Let's see what else we can do after this.
After the shells are dry, it's time to clear coat. This is what makes the shells glossy. For example, here are 2 shells. One has been cleared, one hasn't. Shiny is good. With this, you're going to be using even lighter coats. Go for an even pass across all parts of the shells. Come back in an hour after it's dry for a look-see, and repeat as necessary until you get that gleam that you desire.
So you're almost done. All you have to do is put your controller back together. Just wait for the clear coat to dry first. And my finished project, this last one, turned out awesome. All the way around, guys. Beautiful. So for more videos, make sure and check out my website, mygamingdipkit.com. I may or may not do it. I'm lazy as hell. And one last thing. If you forget this step, it's very important.
Honey,
Yeah?
I really wanna.
Okay. I'm in the middle of something.
But it's so wet.
Really? Well, I just got on telling these guys you have to wait for the clear coat to dry before you use the controller. I'm gonna have to get back to you guys. Sorry.